The blind's complete. The Ryes are ranked. And today, we're going over the top 10 Ryes ranked. And there are some surprises. Welcome back to another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today we've finally got the list of Ryes ranked. We've got them in order from 1 to 10. The tasting panel met over the weekend. We were able to get all the scores together, did a blind tasting, and we came up with our order, and my gosh, there were some upsets. But anyways, before we get going with the list, I just got to say thank you so much for all the subscribers out there. You know, the channel's been going like crazy, and we've got a lot of awesome content that we're going to be continuing to pump out to you guys. So if you've been enjoying my content so far, would you mind subscribing to the channel, hitting that like button, and to continue the growth, going into 2024. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the list. In last place, and saying this bottle is coming in last, I mean, all the bottles are great, and it really hurts. The Old Forester 100 proof rye. Now, like the vanilla that was coming off in this was coming through like so strong, like relative to some of the other bottles in this list, and it just seemed to fall a little bit short. I don't know if it was the proof, but like this bottle is a fantastic bottle, and to say that it's coming in last is, it's definitely not a last place rye, because for the money, this bottle can't be beat. But I guess compared to the competition, it just fell a little short. But in last place, we had the Old Forester 100 proof rye. In ninth place, another upset. I was really hoping this bottle was going to go further. The Pikesville rye. So this is a 6-year rye, and the caramels and the rye profile on this, everything was coming through just like very strong, but I guess the overall complexity just fell a little bit short to the competition. So I was really surprised to see that Pikesville finish so low. And in 8th place, the Michter's Toasted Barrel Strength Rye. Now, I gotta say, the nose on this bottle, everyone agreed, was out of this world. It was basically a Werther's original. I haven't smelt, so much caramel, coming through, on a rye in such a long time. But when it came to the palate, like that toasted oak flavor, it just came across a little funky, and it was kind of off-putting slightly. I guess when you're tasting it against like non-toasted finish, and some sweeter ryes, it just tasted a little off. But really surprised to see that one, finish so low. So, but yeah, that was 8th place. 7th, another surprise. Whoop. We got the E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. Now, yeah, this bottle was very fruity, and it did taste great, but I guess, it just came across a little short. And so number 6, I couldn't believe this one came in 6, by the way. This was like, I really thought this one was going to be going further. It is the Sagamore Spirits 8-year. Now, the oak flavor on this was spectacular, but I think a little bit of that oak took away some of like the fruitiness that I remember getting in this rye. But anyways, the Sagamore. Next up, here's an underdog that went deep. The Knob Creek Single Barrel Store Pick Rye. This is 115 proof, only about 4.5 years old. This is like a $50 bottle. So to see this bottle take out all these, really surprising. And now into the top 4. Number 4 is the Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye. This one was so close to making it into the top 3. But I do just want to say, these 4 right here, so 4 through 7, tasted all like very similar in terms of like quality, that we did go back and forth on these 4 quite a lot. It was kind of, there's a hard line. The top 3 were clear top 3. These 4 could have gone anyway, and we all just kind of agreed that the last 3 were a little low, lacking a little bit. But on to the top 3. So I was running out of space there, but we're going to be going into the top three. And number 3 is the Barrel Seagrass. This bottle's just an absolute beast. And the finishes came through. They were just oh so sweet. And like that apricot flavor that you can get on this bottle just really came through. It was just a fruit medley. It was just spectacular. But on to the top 2. Everybody, I think this might be considered an upset. But number 2 was the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye. This was 135 proof. And we all agreed that like the flavors coming off of this thing were spectacular. All of those caramels, you got that like rich barrel spice, and the rye flavors were coming through. But I think what everyone was kind of looking for in the Ryes, kind of put number 1 on top, was like a fruit medley of just orchard fruits. You had strawberry, you had orange, you had the apple, you had some pear notes coming through in this bottle. And then it was complemented perfectly with that rye spice. And I couldn't believe that a proof so low could come out on top, could best this bottle. And it didn't taste like it was only 92 proof. But my rye of the year is the Michter's 10-year rye. I am shocked that this bottle was able to take down that 135 proof. It just goes to show that, hey, some low proofs can be absolute heaters. These are my top 3. Sorry I couldn't fit all 10 in the frame. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, would you please consider giving me a like? Would you please consider subscribing? And as always, this is Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner. And pop the bottles and share the pours. And we'll see you in the next one.